There's nothing quite like Zlatan Ibrahimovic's quote. We have ran several sources. We have done several videos on Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I did a recent one where people were not happy because Zlatan was on the other side of the scale when it came to a video we did in TYT Sports.
Come on, man.
And by the way, people were like, oh, you're taking it out of context. If you say, no matter, this is just my final point, if you're in a way deeming one of the best 3 players of all time, in my opinion, as someone who's not natural in a way to say that he is not as good as other people, then I don't care about your reasoning behind it. It's not a good thing to say about someone. It's not like, if someone come up to me and go like, you're really smart, but you're not that good looking. I would hate it.
I'm one of the 3 best looking people in the world.
Like, I really think you look good on the inside.
That's what it is.
You're not really good on the inside. So, yeah.
Beauty is only skin deep.
But this quote is actually on it. We're back to liking Zlatan because this is, if anyone rips apart the English media, I'm all for it because I think they're way too cynical. And they love to jump on the bandwagon of, oh my God, Paul Pogba hasn't scored 18 goals in his first 2 games. So he's not worth the $100 million price tag, which has nothing to do with him, which is down to Adidas and Manchester United. And by the way, yeah, I understood.
You were that guy.
Oh, but what did I ever say? I never said that Paul Pogba, it was down to him. It's not to do with him. It's to do with the idiots that want to spend that money.
Oh, right.
He's not worth it. If you watch my clip, I said, just because I'm thirsty and I'm dehydrated and I'm in the middle of a desert and I pay $100 for a bottle of water, it doesn't mean that bottle of water is worth $100. It just means I'm the idiot that's going to pay it because I need it. So, to go back to the argument, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Paul Pogba, for talking's sake, they're playing very, very well. Manchester United have extended their unbeaten streak, despite the fact that Mike Dean just caused uproars. You can see in my previous clip in the last game, just an absolute imbecile of a referee. They're still looking good. And Zlatan is at the tip of that iceberg. He is playing very well. He's banging in goals left, right and centre. And he had a quote to the media who were, by all honestness, questioning his ability at Manchester United. I feel good. I don't know how many years I have left, but I am enjoying the football. I came to the Premier League and everyone thought it would not be possible. But, like always, I make them eat their balls. Gives me a lot of energy, trust me, because they get paid to talk shit and I get paid to play with my feet. That's how I enjoy it. Said the always humble Swede. Every year, they, referring to the Premier League clubs, have been calling me and it was not feeling good, so I wanted to come when everyone thought I was over the hill. Jason, what are your thoughts on Zlatan telling people to eat balls?
I have very simple thoughts on this. It has nothing to do with Zlatan and everything to do with Manchester United. Until the end of the season, and when they actually finish top 4, no one can say anything. Ooh. Because I'm still looking at the other teams that are competing for the top 4, and while Manchester United is on a terrific run of form, 5 straight wins against Crystal Palace, West Brom, Sunderland, Middlesbrough, and West Ham, their goal differential, even with Zlatan scoring on all fronts, not criticizing Zlatan, he's doing his part. But my whole point about Manchester United is inconsistency, and yes, while they have won 5 straight, could we go back to a time where they weren't doing that?
Yes.
It wasn't long ago. So it's a long season. I still I'm not fully sold, and I won't be fully sold unless they're to win the next 5 straight, that they are going to be absolutely guaranteed for that top 4 spot. Zlatan is doing his part. This is what Zlatan gets paid to do. You're doing your job. I love Zlatan's quotes. I think they're some of the funniest things. I think his attitude towards the media is fantastic, right? Pogba's play has been fantastic. The Juan Mata, was it Marcus Rashford?
Yep.
Tandem duo. Jose Mourinho's figuring this out as he goes, right? But there's a lot that has to do with the media, and the media gets paid to talk shite, and Zlatan gets paid to score goals. So guess what? We're both doing our jobs.
Yes, sir. And I'm on the other end of it. I think at the end of the season, when the fat lady does sing, we'll all look back and say, but we did say this and we did say that. I think that's part of our job because, let's be honest, if this is La Liga, Jay, I'm with you. I'm like, you know what? Like, what's the point of talking? We'll see what happens at the end of the season because you pretty much know what's going to happen in La Liga. But in the Premier League, it's so unpredictable. So therefore, you have to go with the trend because the bottom line is we're all looking to have a conversation. It's boring if Manchester United win 5 games and we just sit there and go, right, well, they're probably going to lose the next couple of games, so we'll just wait and we'll talk about that. No, I think because we do criticise them, which we did do a clip saying United were out of the title race, which is still up in the air. it's only right to level that into the scale and be like, you know what, they're playing very well. And as much as their performances have been good, they're up against fairly weaker teams, but I did see signs of the old Manchester United, which I haven't seen under Moyes and under Van Gaal. Fergie time. We know it. People who hate Manchester United know it as United playing until they score a goal. No, what I knew it was is Manchester United always believing, regardless of how many minutes are on the clock, they can score, and the opposition believing that they will concede against Manchester United. That's what I seen against Middlesbrough.
Yeah, so I agree with you there, and that was before the West Ham match, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was before.
Yeah.
West Ham was the latest game.
That was their latest, and their next up is Liverpool on January 15th.
It's a tough one.
Their next match is against Liverpool on January 15th. It's a difficult match. They have to play like they've been playing. And a loss doesn't mean, or even a draw doesn't mean, oh, they're back to being bad, or they're definitely not. We do this by case basis, right? And we're not the only ones who do this. For example, in American football, it's not even a point in mentioning the team name, but I said they're bad, right? And we have done clips here. Manchester United are bad, or Manchester City are bad. And then a couple days later, we'll have a clip that goes up that says Manchester City are good, or Manchester United are good. It's a day-by-day thing. Nobody has the foresight. The media doesn't have the foresight. The players don't have the foresight. You can only talk about what you've seen and what you've seen recently and try to take it over a whole. So my favorite thing is, come do our job, please. I love when there's more. I like people's opinions. I like when people put in our own comment section, which I don't even read anymore, but come look at my YouTube channel and hear my opinions on it. Yeah. So it's easy. It's easy to write these things out. It's easy to send the tweets. It's easy to do this on your own channel, on your own time. But don't pretend like you have the foresight either.
I agree with that.
My biggest takeaway has always been the English media doesn't have it. The American media doesn't have it. We don't have it. We talk about what's in front of us, not what's behind us.
What the English media was doing is when Zlatan was going through that small but significant, according to them, goal drought, he responded as he has done. His response here is no different than his response 6-7 weeks ago when he was missing a few open chances where he said, I've scored almost 400 plus goals, or more than 400 plus goals in my career. I know where the back of the net is. It will come. It's fine. And we were with him. I never wanted to bench Zlatan because of his lack of goals. I thought that the team wasn't playing as well through that period, and he could do with a rest, and they could do with a different change of plan, like a Marcus Rashford, some more speed. So yes, it was never about his lack of goals. As you mentioned as well, this will tie it back to American sports, because this is why you want to subscribe here, because we do all these sports. Is if Kevin Durant wasn't putting up the same amount of numbers as he was in OKC, at the Golden State Warriors, I wouldn't have been calling for his head. I would have been like, well, how's he actually playing? What is he doing to contribute to the team? Zlatan's lack of goals was never a problem for me at United. It was the way the team was playing and the fact that he wasn't contributing as what we would expect with goals. So when the goals came back, the team's getting better, the team's playing collectively better. It's all good in the hood. Zlatan keeps scoring, United keeps soaring forward. I didn't mean to rhyme twice in a row, but that's what's going to happen here on show. I'm out.
Comment below, like, favorite, and subscribe. We're almost through the day. We're going to make it.